Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy. I'm the dyer behind Jax Knits Yarn, and this is my YouTube channel all about knitting, making, a little bit of gardening and plants, and yarn dyeing. So hi, welcome back. This episode is all about what I've been making in the month of September and some plans I have for October. So I'm really excited that you're here. If you are new, thank you for checking me out. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for hanging out with me. It is a beautiful Saturday and we're kind of at the tail end of the summer weather. And I'm so excited. I'm recording this video earlier than I normally do because I actually have time to do it. So I thought I would. My hair's a little crazy. That's okay. So today is October 18th. Which feels a little much. Like it feels really early to be recording this, but the next few weeks are going to be very, very hectic with getting out, getting all of my dyeing done for Advents. So that is my goal in the next month, to have all of those dyed and wrapped. So I am recording this now since I have time, and yeah, and I really don't have that much to show you because most of my time has been going into one project, which I'll talk about probably one of the last things. And then I also have my fall collection to show you. There's a little peek right here and behind me. Yes, but I did want to say thank you to everyone for the positive reception to my Ask a Dyer series. Episode 1 just went up, and I actually just recorded episode 2 right before this. So I'm really enjoying it. It's super fun to answer questions about yarn dyeing. It's fun to talk about, and I just want there to be more resources out there. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I'm really glad you're enjoying it. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's really fun. So it's just a question and answer format, and I pick a few questions each episode. I'm trying to do it at least once a month. So it's going well so far. All right, so I guess we should just get into what I've been working on. So I forgot about this, but I finished something since we last spoke. And I don't even know, I feel like I've talked about this, but I participated in the Knit Collage Spring Knit Along 2021. And every time, I never finish on time. And so I finish it before the next Knit Along starts. So fall 2021 is coming up. And so I was like, you know what, I should just sit down and seam this pillow together. Because that's literally all that was left, was the seaming of it, which isn't like the best thing in the world, but I think it works. So this is the Dream Weaver pillow. I believe that's the name of it. And I knit this out of Knit Collage Spun Cloud in Sedona, which is this like rusty red color. French Vanilla, which is the cream, and then Love Cloud, which is the pink. So I knit this for Eliza, and it fits her room super well. Here is the back. So I striped the back in a certain sequence, and then I actually really preferred the reverse side, the wrong side, better. So that's what I seamed as. I made it the right side. But this was super fun. This was my first time doing entrelock, so that was a really fun thing to learn how to do. I can now say that I know how to do it. Yeah, I know. I always think their pillows are super fun. So this is finished, and it's living in Eliza's room. I really like it. So that's the Dream Weaver pillow from Knit Collage. And then my works in progress. I'm going to talk about what has been taking up most of my time because the other thing kind of leads into my fall collection. And if you are new, this is something I talk about all the time because I'm obsessed. It's all I post about on Instagram. It's all I want to talk about. And if you're returning, I'm so sorry if you're sick of it, but I love it so much. And that is my Half and Half Triangles wrap by Purl Soho, inspired to cast on by Caddy, Jax, Caitlin, and Jackie, who started this knit along about a year ago around this time. This is my third. My other two, I actually have my other two because I'm making a video about it. My other two are here. I knit this one for my mom, and then this one is mine. And I decided to do a bit of a crazier, more adventurous color combo for, at least half of it's more adventurous, for my third, and really have fun with it. And yeah, so my color A is Bright Flamingo, and it is that bright. It is very fluorescent hot pink, and it's a warm hot pink. They have a cooler hot pink called Pink Pop. And then I'm using my tried and true Pale Mushroom, which is actually the second color in my first wrap as well. So I really, really love it. So since we last spoke, I was on the second skein of color 1, and now I am nearing the end of skein 1 of color 2. So here's where I'm at. So this is, I love it so much. If you are unfamiliar with this project, you start off, you cast on the largest number of stitches. I am knitting the 3 skein version, the extra large version, the large version. I think they call it large and larger or something like that because they're both pretty big. But I'm doing the largest that they have written out for, which is you start with 260 stitches. It's a free pattern, which is awesome. So you start out down here and you work short rows to create a triangle. And then you resolve the short rows, and then you knit with color B, and then you do it again. And it takes a long time. It takes about 2.5, I have found it takes about 2.5 skeins of each color. And you wrap and turn every stitch. So you wrap and turn 260 stitches, and then you do it again with another color. So it's a lot of knitting. It is not, so I get a lot of questions about this project. I'm just gonna drape this over. I get a lot of questions about it, which I think is just so funny because it is just a very simple, sorry, I have linen on my, or I have fuzz, I don't know what it is, on my lips. But I'm going to try to answer every question that I can. And then I'm also going to be putting out a video soon about color combinations and details about this. So there will be one place for you to look. But I'm knitting the largest size that there is written, the one you cast on, for 260 stitches, which they recommend 3 skeins of each of your colors. I'm using linen quill. Let me grab skein. This is the Pale Oats color. It's beautiful. And Linen Quill by Purl Soho. There's the tag. And it is 50% fine Highland wool, 35% alpaca, and 15% linen. And as far as the scratchiness of this yarn, I don't think it's scratchy, and I have pretty sensitive skin when it comes to prickliness of yarn. And this I have no issue with. If you are sensitive to alpaca, maybe not, because 35% is pretty significant. But I find it enjoyable to wear next to my skin. And like, I can't do, like, Jameson is too scratchy for me, or prickly. I think prickly is a better adjective. I'm second guessing if adjectives. I think adjective's the right. Listen, it's been a long week. So yeah, Jameson's too prickly. Plutolope's too prickly. I don't know. I really enjoy it. I think if you're fine with Brooklyn tweed, you'll be fine with this. That's kind of the equivalent. It feels different than Brooklyn tweed, but the texture, I don't know, I think it's really nice. I think it's enjoyable. I think the drape is just beautiful. Oh, I love it. I really didn't think I would like this hot pink. I'm kind of into it. I am knitting mine on a US 4. These are Addy Rockets. No, these are Addy Turbos. Those are Addy Turbos. I have heard people have found the yarn splitty. I have not had that issue. And I think it's because I'm not using like a Haya Sharp or something like that. Excuse me. What else about this project? I don't know, I just really like it. I have been rewatching every podcast I can find that has talked about the half wrap and their color combinations, and I just can't stop. There's a specific episode of Jax Knits that I watch almost every day where it's the first one that they really talk about the wrap, and Jackie is just like in love with Linden Quill, and I feel the same way. So it's really nice to watch. And she just like picks up different color combos and is just talking about them. I watch that multiple times every day. Like, I am obsessed with this project. And I'm going to tell you why. So, I don't know about you, but I have been stressed out. I mean, obviously since the pandemic, but on top of that, like, kind of having to return to normal life while a pandemic is also going on is just, it's a lot. At least it is for me. I don't know, because sometimes I feel like I'm imagining this whole thing. This is just a bizarre time. So I'm just stressed. And on top of that, like, it's the beginning of the school year, and that's my busiest time at work. And Eliza is a little fireball, which I love, but is exhausting, and right? Like, it's just one of those times where you try to exhale and it just doesn't fully come out. So that's where I am. And this project helps me pause and relax as much as I can, and the rhythm of garter stitch flat, so just knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting, is so soothing. And not only that, you have these gorgeous colors that you're just staring at, and you're playing around with different color combos, and the feel of this yarn passing through your fingers, and just watching the rows change and the shape of the shawl come together. And there's just something about this project that is so therapeutic. I bring it with me everywhere. Like, I don't have time to knit at work right now, but I knit on my lunch break. And I get like 3 rows in, and that's fine. But it grounds me so much. And I could talk on and on about this because I love it that much. It's just so good. It is such a good project. And I honestly think if you love garter and you are not worried about a long-term project, if you are not concerned that you're not going to finish this right away, that this is, you come in knowing that this is a lot of yarn and it's a lot of knitting, but you love garter and you just love knitting and color, this is the project for you. I will sing its praises forever. I will always have one on the needles for the foreseeable future. I have at least 6 more that I know I'm gonna make. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was one thing I wanted to say. This time I'm using German short rows instead of the wrap and turn, and I really like it. And I think I will kind of alternate between wraps and turns and German short rows. So that is the German short row. And then, let's see, on this one, of course I folded it the wrong side out. And then this one is the wrap and turn. So it's a little different. This has more of like a ridge, which I actually kind of really like. This one has, I know, it's just also really good. And so this is the one I knit for my mom. And it's just like, I'm gonna wear this to death. Like I will wear this all the time. And also I'm falling in love with blue right now. Like, I don't know who I am. So, Half and Half triangles wrapped by Purl Soho. It's my favorite thing on my needles. It's all I want to work on. I think everyone should knit at least one. And if you want to join the knit along, it's supposed to end Rhinebeck weekend. And I believe it is October 15th is the deadline, and Purl Soho is giving away a bunch of gift cards, which is really cool. You don't have to knit it out of linen quill. I know that's not, people might not like the yarn, it might not be accessible. I recommend linen quill. I really, I love linen quill. I just bought like a lot of it. Keep an eye out for sales of linen quill. I know they're restocking in October. I don't know. I love it. I really love it. I really just want to talk about this all day, which is why I'm really excited to film the next video I'm filming today, all about color combinations and the wrap. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, so I'm working on this, and now I'll tell you about my goals, because this is also about October plans, right? So I have my big old basket of linen quill. This is actually also a plan. So I've always wanted a red hat. So I bought some Purl Soho, what is it called? Worsted Twist in Poppy, red poppy. I'm gonna knit myself a nice bright red hat for the fall and winter. So that'll be cast on soon. And then, so I have been playing around with what color combo I want to do next. After this gorgeous one is off the needles. And I have been really wanting to knit with my honey pink color. I think this is one of my favorite colors of linen quill. This is also very accurate. It's a very yellow pink. Actually, this is kind of blowing out. I don't know, it's a little nicer than that in person. I guess that's pretty similar. So I have been really itching to cast on my honey pink. So my thought is, because originally I cast this wrap on the summer solstice, and my goal was to switch colors at fall equinox, which is September 22nd. So I've already switched colors, And then my goal was to bind off on winter solstice, which is December 21st. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna bind off sooner rather than later. So instead, my goal now is to finish this wrap by October, which is totally doable. I'm going to be finishing up skein 1 this weekend. And then this is going to be my Advent knitting while I'm dyeing Advents. Sorry, it's a really loud truck. I just also spit coffee everywhere. Whew, it's a day. So my goal is to finish this by October and then take a little break from my half and half wraps and work on some sweaters that I'm working on and maybe finish like my Illuminate. We'll see. Yeah, you remember how much I loved my Illuminate by Andrea Mowry? I put it down to work on my half and half. Like, that's how much I love my half and half. So, but then I'm obviously not going to Rhinebeck this year. I'm just not comfortable traveling anytime soon. So I will be enjoying it from afar. And I've decided that I want to cast on my honey pink on Rhinebeck weekend. So I'll be casting this on mid-October. And then hopefully by the time December rolls around, I will be working on my second triangle, which will be in Rosewood pink. So this is going to be my next one. I love it. I really, really do. So that is coming up. And then also, because I'm linen quill obsessed, not all of this linen quill will be half and half wraps. I just want to make that abundantly clear. There are some colors that I think that I would knit a daily pullover. Where's the other one? Okay. In. So these are my 3 contenders for the daily pullover by, who is it by? Paula Pereira. And she knits it out of linen quill. So these are the 3 colors that I'm thinking of. This is Kettle Black, Fresh Nutmeg, Peach Stone. I'm leaning towards Peach Stone. I really like it. It's just a very simple stockinette V-neck. Again, inspired by Jackie from Jax Knits because I'm obsessed. Jackie, if you're watching this, I can't help it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with everything you cast on and all of your color combinations. I can't help it. You're just so good. And then, yeah, so I'm going to be knitting one of, but then I also, so my original thought was Kettle Black, because I really do just need like a black pullover. And the linen in here is just so beautiful. I know, and I love black. It's my favorite color to wear. It's like the one day I'm not wearing black, but I don't know. This is what I'm leaning towards, though. I'll take Fresh Nutmeg out of the equation. These are the 2, which would also be a gorgeous half and half wrap. Maybe I'll just do both as daily pullovers. I don't know. So, that is the stuff that I am planning on casting on, all in linen quill, because shocker. I am planning on casting on a Christmas sweater, a holiday sweater. Stay tuned for that. That probably won't be cast on until like November. So I'm not super pressed about it. I need to dye the yarn. So we'll see. But let's get into the fall collection because this is going a lot longer than I thought it would, because I could talk about linen quill all day. All day. All day. So put that to the side. Okay. Let's talk about my fall collection. This came to me while I was working and I couldn't get it out of my head. So I did it. I dyed up a brand new colorway inspired by pumpkins and all shades of pumpkins and gourds. So this is called Squad Gourds, and yes, that is a My Favorite Murder reference, but it's also just funny if that's not your thing. So I think Squad Gourds, like squad goals, is hilarious. So then I really am enjoying like deconstructed mini skein sets. So all of the colors that are in here, I made into a mini skein set. So we have this minty blue, this pink, this orange, white, and green. And I actually really like this. I think this could be a really fun stripy pair of socks or color work. I don't know. I'm really proud of it. And then these are going to be called Pumpkin Patch. I love so much. And I already have pumpkins and gourds in my house because that's where I'm at. So these are my favorite shades of pumpkin. And I'm really proud of it. And there is more of, there's a lot of all of this. Because I'm not going to be dyeing it again this year, maybe next year if people like it, but this is it. So I cast on a sock in Squad Gourds, and I really like how it's knitting up. I haven't done much on it because again, I'm obsessed with my half and half wrap and it's all I want to work on. So it looks like caked up. So I'm really happy with it. The update where this will be available is going to be Wednesday, September 22nd. It's the autumnal equinox at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm really excited. I hope you love it as much as I do. I'm a little nervous because it's kind of out of my comfort zone, but it's also, I don't know, it's like stress knits fall, right? Like that. Stress knits fall. Yeah, so I hope you love it. I really do because I really like it. Yeah, and that's really everything I have for you. I will look out for the Ask a Dyer episode 2 as well as my just ode to the half and half wrap because I'm obsessed. Okay. If you are also into your half and half wrapping, please leave below what color combination you're using or what color combination you're dreaming of, because I need to know. I love the half and half wrap so much. That's all I want to talk about. So, okay, I think that's everything. So, shop update. It's only going to be the fall collection. I'm hoping to have like a normal shop update in December or January. I know it's a long time, but advents are taking all of my time. So, as you can see, like there's a lot of the minis. And there's a lot of squad gourds. This is about 3 times more than I normally put in the shop for a colorway. So I'm hoping if you want it, you can get it. If you really want it, I would highly recommend being on my website at 7 o'clock. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm nervous. I don't know. Okay. I'm getting silly. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you got some knitting done, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.